Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
All right, so you're 5 weeks in, 6 weeks in. Is everything aligning how you want it to so far? Like you're on the right roadmap, or anything that you noticed as soon as you inked the deal? Like, oh crap.
Yeah, a bit of both. There was a lot of things that like went a lot smoother. Like the transition with the team went over a lot smoother than I thought. I thought for sure that someone would want to leave or someone would have a problem, and I didn't have anyone specific in mind. It was just a fear that
Sure.
they would have less trust in me than what they had in Corey, just due to my age and everything else. But anyway, that went really smooth, and I felt like I got a lot of buy-in from our team, and that felt great. First month that I took over, though, we rarely have incidents that happen on a job site, but we had a $6,000 fix that we had to do the first month. That like we broke something
Ooh.
and I had to spend $6,000 to get it fixed. And
Wow.
yeah,
Yahoo.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Man. Yeah, that'll happen. And that's ownership, right? That's when you're like, you really feel it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was one of those things to where it was there was so many avenues where it could have not been a problem. And it's like, well, if we would have fixed this on the sales side, or if the guys would have fixed it when they were out here, or if they would have did something differently interacting with the client, the whole thing could have been smoother. So it's a blessing in disguise that it was only $6,000. It could have been a lot worse. But the other thing is, though, is what I love about the culture that we have is we were able to have a team meeting. We have a weekly team meeting with everyone there. And we were actually everyone was able to go through and on their role, what they could have done to prevent this loss. So
Wow.
that was huge. The level of accountability that everyone took to it was huge.
Yeah.
That might even be worth the $6,000 at that point. If everyone's taking accountability, I mean, there's much more expensive lessons that you can have than $6,000.
For sure.
Yeah. It just
So-
shows the kind of team that you've got. And
Yeah.
and you're just this great leader because you understand everything, you empathize. I love what you said. Your role is to align incentives. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful statement. But
One
I'd
thing
like
I
to
wanted
go.
to-
Oh,
Oh, go ahead, Warren. Go ahead.
well, we talked about marketing. We talked about margins, getting margins up with increasing prices and reducing variable costs. But one of the most striking things that happened was what you did with overhead costs.
Mm-hmm.
You want to? I've used that maybe even in a couple of talks here that we were trying to get overhead down, get it down, get it down, get it down, and it just never got down enough that we could make serious money. And then you walked in after you had agreed to buy the company with a list of overhead cuts, and I'll let you say how much it was.
Yeah. So just the precursor to that, we were making all these changes to the company. And in wintertime, which is the worst part of the year, we were actually very profitable. We stepped into the most profitable part of the year and we lost major money 2 months in a row. And so that set the stage of like, oh, our overhead we knew it was high, but it's grossly over high at this point. And that was causing us to lose money in the prime season. So like we were just sick of losing money. And so we just went through I did, and just started really ruthlessly cutting things. And we were able to come up with $47,000 worth of cuts
Wow.
Per what?
per month.
Per month.
Per month. And
That's
what were you
crazy.
selling at that time? What were sales at that time?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable saying.
Yeah. So basically we were doing about 200,000 a month in sales at that point. So about $180 to $200,000 a month in sales.
Okay. And you found $47,000 worth of overhead, which multiplied by 12 is $500,000.
Yep.
That's 30%. If you hadn't spent that, that'd have been 30% to the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And the really cool thing about it that we have talked about for a long time, you and I and Corey, about getting overhead down. We got it down some. All of a sudden, ownership changes, and we got it down meaningfully.
Yeah.
Meaningfully. Not talking about any personalities, but what happened? How did that happen? How could we all of a sudden finally do it?
Yeah. I think it was definitely a matter of we had to I think we had to really get hit for us to take it seriously. And there was a lot of convenient things that we paid money towards that didn't actually derive to profitability. Like,
Could you name a few of those so people get an idea what they can look for?
yeah. So a lot of it was and they were good, well-intentioned things. Like we had a HubSpot subscription that we had. We didn't actually use HubSpot, but we loved all the things and abilities that it had, and we just never implemented it. So we went through, and every good idea or well-intentioned idea, if we weren't actively using it, we just immediately cut it. And then if we didn't use it at least every day or every week, if we only used it once a month, we immediately cut that as well. So
What are some other examples? You have HubSpot. So softwares are a big one, I would imagine.
HubSpot, Canva, on a lot of our CRMs like Jobber and Company Cam that we kept, we made big reductions to the payment plan that we were on, the amount of users that we had on. There were a lot of other professional vendors that had access to those that we were paying for them to have access to. Like on Jobber, we had like 6 people, and it's $30 a person added onto the account, that when I was like, okay, well, if they need it, I'll give them access for a day to do what they need to do, and then just delete their account again. They don't need to have a standing account inside our Jobber
membership.
account. Yeah. So we just basically ruthlessly went through everything. ChatGPT, we started making individuals pay for that themselves instead of the company pay for it. We started doing, there's a lot of cuts, a lot of them that were $5 to $10, other that were several thousand. So
Can you name one or two of the several thousand? Because those are interesting. I think I know which ones they were, but.
Yeah. So there was several, like on insurance. We were shopped insurance and reduced our insurance cost, and now we're shopping at every renewal, but we saved $20,000 a year just switching insurance, and getting more accurate about what's on your insurance. Like a lot of times we left too many equipment that we no longer had anymore, that we were still paying for just because we weren't
paying attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think another one that people forget is like internet, like what you pay your utilities, internet, phone bills are a big one. You just added lines to add lines, and then you all of a sudden now you've got like iPads and watches and all this kind of stuff, and they just add up when you actually don't need cellular data on a lot of these. You can just use the hotspot or whatever. So no, very, very good. I think paying attention to that stuff is really a big difference maker. And sometimes you can get a little bit too like stingy, but at the same time, like I'd rather that than just being, reckless.
I think Elon Musk said it really well. He said, talking about people, but he said, if you're not having to hire 10% back, you didn't cut enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Cut them, and then, oh man, I overdid that.
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.